I'm now ready to share this information with other people, but first I want to protect the worksheet because this is classified information for Eat Cake's organization, and I don't want just anyone taking a look at our costs. In order to do that, I'm going to use the commands that you see in the Changes group on the Review tab. You can protect a sheet, a workbook, so it just depends on the level of information and security you want to have. In this case, I'm just going to protect the sheet itself because that's really all the information that I have in this workbook. And if you'd like to follow along, this is saved as Eat Cake Inventory List number 4 in your exercise files. If I click on Protect Sheet, I now have the ability to prevent unwanted changes to the data in the information. As I click on it, it asks me, what about the sheet would you like to protect? The default is to protect the worksheet and the contents of any locked cells that I have. The password used to unprotect the sheets is going to be Eat Cake. And you notice that it's encrypted so that no one even standing behind me when I am trying to protect this worksheet can see the password that I've added in here. I'm now going to identify the different levels of security that I'm going to allow the users of this worksheet to do. They could select locked cells. They can unlock cells if they have the password. I'm not going to allow them, though, to format any of the cells because I like the look and feel. And I'm not going to allow them to change any of the columns or rows. I don't want them changing the information that's in here. I just want them to be able to analyze it. If you are interested in allowing people to work with the data and add even more information to it, you can make any of these selections if it's appropriate. But in this case, I'm just going to identify that I want to lock certain areas of this sheet. So if I click OK, it then asks me to confirm the password that I've placed in the spreadsheet. And if all is good, I've now protected the sheet. If I'd like to unprotect the worksheet, I simply click on Unprotect Worksheet and put in the password that I've already created. When you protect a worksheet, you are actually protecting certain areas from editing. So if I select this particular cell and try to change the amount that's included in here for my current cost to 6, oh, look what I see. I see an error message that's telling me that the cell or the chart that I'm trying to change is protected and therefore read-only. To modify it, I have to remove the protection using the password command. Let's try that. If I select this, click Unprotect the sheet, put in my password, which is Eat Cake, click OK, then go back into the cell and try to change it, I now have editing ability. So that really helps you as the owner of the spreadsheet to control who has final ability to edit the information that you are working with. I'm going to remove that change by clicking the Cancel button here up on the formula bar. So you can protect the sheet, a cell in the sheet, or the whole workbook by adding the password permissions to any of the spreadsheets that you work with in 2007. In the next movie, we're going to be looking at some of the different options that you can choose for sharing your information and tracking the changes that are made to the different worksheets.